Hello, everybody. I want to talk about void meditation really quickly. It seems to be and I don't know if it's just a Christian fundamental kind of a point of view, or if it's any kind of fundamentalist, spiritualist point of view. But I want to talk about the void meditation in respect, or from the point of view of from my experience, a hardcore Christian. I have not brought this up with any Muslims or Jews or Buddhists. Well, obviously Buddhists are going to have a different point of view, but so when you're practicing the void meditation, it's often relayed by fundamentalist Christians from my experience that an idle mind is the devil's playground. That practicing... Kitty, what are you doing? Down, stop. My cat's nuts. Down, come on, off the table. Yeah. So anyway, okay, so it's been relayed, that an idle mind or a blank mind is the devil's playground, and that when you empty your mind in meditative practices, empty, quote-unquote, your mind, that it gives room for the devil, or for devils, or demons, or Satan, or whatever, the adversary, however you want to term it. It gives room for that negative influence to inject into your mind ideas, behaviors, that kind of stuff that are considered negative and evil. This is absolutely not true, and I want to explain this too, not just for people that are interested in meditation, but for the people who don't understand this, so they can fully understand what exactly the void meditation is. When you practice the void meditation, you are not only clearing your mind from any thoughts, but you're also actively removing thoughts, pre-thoughts, thought vibrations. There's several levels. Once you get rid of the engrossing thoughts, and then you end up with more subtler forms of what I call pre-thoughts, or kind of a thought seed, which is the essence of a thought before it develops. And you also have something before that, which is a bit more harder to explain. It's more of not a pre-thought seed, really, but it's more of a surfacing vibration, I guess, is the only real way to explain it. It's a sort of almost a very specific and unique sub-emotion that then develops into the thought seed, which then develops into the full thought, wherein you can indulge your mind into that thought or whatever. So there's some really bizarre phenomena that happen when you clear your mind. It's very difficult. It's not an easy thing, that's for sure. And when you begin to actually develop this ability, though, you will notice that your control over thoughts becomes very sturdy and very strong. So what you might want to reconsider, for the people who believe that the emptying your mind or practicing the void meditation gives way for demonic influence or negative influence, absolutely not true. In fact, if anything, it gives you a better defense against any kind of infiltrating or introduced concept that desires to develop into a thought. So not only are you practicing and vigorously, actively removing the thoughts from your mind, but after you get proficient at that, you begin to actually scan for the pre-thoughts. And once you effectively keep any pre-thoughts from forming, the next level is the pre-thoughts. The thought vibrations and the thought, the weird, unique emotions that develop into specific thoughts. So if you believe that that is possible, practicing the void meditation would actually protect against having any kind of intrusive thought or any type of implanted thought, if it was possible, which it may be. I believe that it very well could be possible, but I've not experienced it directly, though I haven't really been able to decipher where thoughts come from anyway, so I can't say for sure that even the thought vibrations are derivative of something inside here. But so I just wanted to clear that air a little bit. It seems a lot of people think that emptying your mind is like opening the doors, when in fact it's absolutely not. It's more akin to clearing an area and then fortifying it against any sort of intrusive, thought injection or development or anything like that. So, if at all anything, it is a more effective defense than keeping thoughts constantly in your mind and full of glorious, happy thoughts. Because when you're doing that, when you're keeping your mind active with thoughts, you never know. Really, you don't have a line of. You can't trace it back to its origin, first of all, which is difficult anyway. I mean, like I said, in my experience, I've only become aware of those 3 levels of thought development. But you also have, when your mind is busy and thinking of thoughts and stuff, you're not going to notice these other thought vibrations that come into existence and develop into thoughts and merge with other thoughts. And while you're thinking thoughts, what other kind of vibrations are going on that may alter or influence that thought, or where they even come from. By practicing the void meditation, you absolutely get that kind of control. You become extremely aware of how thoughts develop, what kind of influences may bring a thought about, and what can actually influence an active thought and change its directions and change its behaviors and attributes. So that's kind of my little 2 bits on the void meditation, and it's just I believe it's just people who don't understand what meditation is, what the void meditation is specifically, and what the development of the process of the development of thoughts into full-fledged conscious, fully absorbed thoughts. So for anybody who actually thinks that void meditation is, opening the doors to the devil, it is so far from the truth that it's actually almost laughable. When I was younger, I was told that I was watching My Dream of Jeannie, and Jeannie's mother began meditating on the floor, and the whole audience laughed. It was kind of funny and everything. And my dear mother, God bless her, I love her to death, but she, made a passing comment that meditation, that clearing the mind in meditation was giving way to the devil to inject his evil thoughts and, temptations. So, yeah, absolutely not true. Completely the opposite. And if you are, extremely religious and you are afraid or paranoid of temptation or of the devil introducing, thoughts and ideas into your mind, I would actually recommend practicing the void meditation, because it gives you much more control over, thought development, as well as a greater perspective concerning thoughts and how they actually do develop. and so you can actually become more conscious of how it all works, and just knowing the process, alleviates a lot of that, a lot of those preconceptions and misconceptions. So that's that. I hope that made sense. I hope somebody picks that up and, oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. Maybe I'll take a look at void meditation. Maybe I'll start practicing meditation, because it's actually a really good practice, and so long as you give your time to it and practice it thoroughly and effectively, you will have enormous returns from the energy you put into meditation. So, alrighty, see you guys later.